Your mom.
Okay, don't say your mother's maiden name.
Your
Waiter.
mom.
No.
Your mom.jpg.
That was the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah.
Alright.
What
Should
little
be
do they
good.
know?
To
I
get
love being good.
my Mia. Fuck! Damn it!
You were.
I
No, it's
have
Maya.
a system. Wait.
Oh, we're out.
Don't-
Yeah, we out.
Maya is
Yeah.
kidnapped.
No, I got it right.
Nah, you gravy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I have a system. It's not helping, but I have a system. Mia
You say so.
is MIA, missing in action,
There you
because
go.
she's dead. And then that's the one I only really need. The other one is Maya, rhymes with fire, because she has a gun. She's gonna fire.
Okay.
It hasn't helped yet, but I'm trying.
Back into the world of the Woz.
Oh, we still have the bot here. Get out of here.
Alrighty, let's get to going.
Farewell, my turnabout. Alright.
Hello, old bag.
Ah,
Goodbye,
yes,
old bag.
Goodbye, old bag.
Hello, Powers. Goodbye, Powers.
Hello,
wait, no,
Lotta.
We don't need to go this way. Hang on. Welcome back,
Goodbye,
Powers.
Lotta. Hello again, Powers.
I
Goodbye again, Powers.
Hello
again, old bag.
Gumshoe.
Oh, this is time.
We really aren't saying goodbye to anyway. Fuck if that blue bitch is involved again.
That blue bitch.
Also, Dan said he wanted to chill, so if someone wants to take his characters.
Oh, cool. You want to be Pearl, Jake? I think you were last time.
I'll be Pearl for this session. Sure.
Make me proud. Bully the lawyer.
Guys, Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
Great. Now even Pearl is calling him Scruffy.
Scruffy.
Thanks, Francesca.
Janitor.
He said something about an investigation briefing earlier, right? Why don't we come back and try again later when they're done?
Okay, I guess that's all we can do, right, Mr. Nick? No shit, you know what? I think I didn't go to that area first. Whatever. Hey, look, it's the Badger.
The guy.
It's kinda cute, unlike you.
Kind of.
Mr. Nick, what is this stuffed animal's name?
The temple.
The devil.
Wasby Police Chief.
Oh, the police chief is here.
Yeah, that is
That's
Dennis.
the blue badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's the 26th mascot, you know.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna assign mascot at every police station if it's the last thing I
That will
do.
be the last thing you do.
Sir. I like people who laugh like that.
What game do I get to put him away? Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no. That's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. I don't like
I guess
it.
you never update that one. I don't right. Huh.
I don't like it here.
I assume they had to update that one between games. I really know.
Hey, bro.
That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
Check out you low-life scumbag. Turkey sandwich. Don't you eat ham every day? Get sick of it or something?
Must be doing image training for interrogations.
Sure.
Alright, we'll be back here. Right?
Alright, welcome back, old bag.
Howdy.
Old
Bye.
bag.
Hey.
Powers,
there.
bye, Powers.
Hi there.
Bye,
Hi there.
Hey, Samus.
Oh, yeah, her.
Bye, Samus.
Hey, oh my god. Bye, Samus.
Trying to... What did we get from Old Bag last time?
Magazine clipping article from Tablet
That was
House
from
Online.
hours, I
In
think.
my mind, we were ready to go right to the trial, so the fact that we're here is
Concrete has been getting close to the mysterious yet beautiful
We don't
manager of
need
the Czar.
evidence, dude.
AA.
right.
Yo, we
Oh, wait.
don't. We
Do we
Is
don't.
show
that
this
her?
Yeah, we show this to her because we think it's talking about her. Not her. Her. Do you know anything ever?
I don't think she does.
Told you how many times that I'm a journalist. I got so much info running labs in my head. I forgot things here and there.
Please don't get so worked up over this.
Face.
I don't care if you beg me. Be extra tough on kids. That's these gals' motto on luring youngsters.
Well,
Kill 'em.
you're a bitch.
Samus.
You know. Oh, just a second. Like, hang on. That might be what we need to do right now.
Take that.
Oh, what the fuck? You
Two of
can't-
them.
You can't open my locks. No, sir. God, you just
A big
look like
scoop.
frog. Lada, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room?
I was looking for your mom.
I don't know where she is. I told you, they're not for my scoop. For my Tostino scoops. I want
Tostitos.
to know about all the details of this scoop. That's not something I can tell you. I mean, there's my bread and butter. Alright then, I'll put the tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. You say that you were looking into a scandal. Grr, angry face.
Arr.
Grr.
Could it be that
And
you,
let it all out with a big grr.
Lada, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Corrida and this person?
I wonder if we use the newspaper clipping.
The pic-
Oh, we chose the persons, right?
Yeah, the person. Samus Aran.
Money old bag.
Yeah. Age, who knows?
Like that.
Miss Andrews. Miss Andre.
This woman. She's Adrian Andrews, Matt and Guard's manager. Nick the Woz's manager, caught secretly meeting with the rival Ninja Fortnite. I don't know how the guy is.
I don't know.
It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it?
Ninja Fortnite.
Ninja Fortnite.
Pretty good at this guessing thing, Mr. Lawyer.
It's like Jimmy the Ninja or something.
I don't
Jimmy the Neutron.
know. Y'all can't just make up any old
Scott
thing.
the
and
Woz,
think to make
Jimmy
up
the
papers. You gotta have backup.
Okay.
Backup. Yeah. You gotta have that was it, news sauce?
The new sauce.
You mean news source? That's it!
Oh, the sauce.
Tell me something that shows that Juan guy and some with Miss Andrews. Miss Metroid. Like that! This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous? To the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss AA. Ah! Mr. Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. Guard's manager, Adrian Andrews. She has the initials AA. He saw this article and thought to take some pictures of them as proof. That's why you were lurking around Mr. Corrida's door last night. Ah! Oh gosh darn him. I can't. How expansive those locks are.
Unlocked successful.
Breathe. Hey, get out of my chair. I moved for a second. Hey, don't get comfortable. I love you. I hug you. I treat you. Move out of the way. You're looking into Mr. Corrida and Miss Andrews' affair, were you? You got it. I was gonna give myself a skibbity scoop by catching them in a secret meeting.
Skibbity.
But there are an
Oh,
article
what's the activity?
about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. Would you say that? Her initials are. What kind of vague thing is that? Ain't no proof of none. People gonna want to see real proof. Well, at least I do. That's what I was doing, getting photos.
Oh.
I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and little misleading. You know, lying. Everyone loves lying.
Yeah.
Spice up with a little having myself an exclusive story. Wow, a lot of nice journalist integrity out there. I already finished writing up my spicy article, you know. But people I wrote on it. My note to myself, it's gone.
You know to yourself. Why would you write to yourself? They're not gonna respond.
It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They done run off together. I came here for my big story. Didn't come here to have my treasure disappear on me. Yeah, I understand the feeling of something being taken from you. Enough with the girl bonkers. I tell you what, with people nowadays. Never thought I'd see the day where someone doesn't steal something from me. You really want that note back, huh? I have no idea why. Starting the note is probably a bold-faced lie. You know, man.
There are a lot of.
I'm just gonna be
Yeah, we can
angry
stop
in the
here real
hall.
quick. Okay. Now we got a criminal affairs. There's a lot of moving parts in this one. Hello, Powers. Goodbye, Powers.
Oh, man.
Hello, Wendy. Goodbye, Wendy.
Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing.
Yeah. Oh, he's back.
Oh yeah, I'm back. And that fucking doll is here too.
Mocking
Look
me.
at him.
He has a higher position in this office than I do.
I mean, he has a higher position than a lot of people around here, I hear.
It's man.
Well, that doesn't matter right now. What matters is that you came.
Why the blunt greeting? Oh man, we're kind of friends. Are we friends? I have no idea what we are.
Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight.
But we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive.
Look, man, I tried.
What do you mean the evidence is airtight?
I can't give you all the details, Val, but there's two big pieces.
Ew.
Two of them. And both of them are in this photo.
Right, this
He died. First is the button I'm missing from the victim's chest.
That's the button that you found during your body search, Mr. Guard.
Yep, found in the folds of Nick the Woz's special pants.
And the second one is...
The knife in his chest, pal. The only thing that killed him. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Oh, dang. I took out the oven and everything, and they're still not back.
Oh,
Well, shit.
the oven. Would you please climb inside of the oven to clean it?
Remember that fucking commercial?
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's like, no, lady, I will not climb inside the oven.
No. Why would I climb inside the oven? Like, wait. Oh, it would make it. What would make it worse is like, would you climb inside
Nice.
the oven to clean it, bitch? This isn't World War II. Get out of here. Jeez.
Jeez.
Welcome back.
You return.
It's alright, I went and took the oven out now, so I don't have to worry about that.
Like you just got back too, so yeah, good timing.
Perfect.
Oh, Diego's on Sonic Adventure 2 for the
Yeah.
Steam. For the Steam.
For the Steam?
for the Steam. Yeah, it never came out on the Dreamcast or the GameCube.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
Doesn't exist.
Alright, are we good then?
Yeah.
Right to fingerprints?
Hey there, Prince.
Happy New Year 2022. I just saw that.
What are those?
You didn't even have to ask, little missy. It's obvious, and I don't have to answer you 10 minutes later.
Shoot,
Matt and guards.
2022.
The trial's tomorrow. Talk
It's
about
always
being
tomorrow.
stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Isn't like 2017 or something?
What about this airtight alibi?
That's the old security lady, Miss Oldbag, you know her.
I thought so.
What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Did she shoot you with a gun?
Well,
She shot me.
Actually,
Even I told her not to open her mouth of hers and blab to anyone.
your blab knob is stuck on 10, and there's no turning it down. Trust me.
Blab knob?
Blab knob.
Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Matt and Mr. Engard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death.
No way!
Way.
Hey, look, gossip.
We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves.
The scandal with Mr. Karita. But why?
Well, 2 years ago,
Uh,
the stream freezes.
huh?
Oh.
Okay.
Ah. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
A woman committed suicide.
That flashed so quickly, all I saw was feet.
Inside.
Feticide. Her name was Celeste Inpax,
Feticide? Wait, that
Celeste.
has
What the
way
hell?
worse implications.
and she was Juan Corrida's manager.
Victim's
Impacts.
manager.
That's not all, pal. Miss Impax and Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor she was that. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one.
Her mentor.
A woman who was both Mr. Karita's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this case?
You know what? Do you want to know more about her, pal?
Yeah, I'd love to. Let's talk more.
'Cause I'll tell you. Got nothing else to do. She was the victim's manager and was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. Like I said, it's been 2 years since her suicide. Now those two are linked together. Death. Whoa. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. Oh, what the fuck's calling me? Ah!
You haven't got to be fun karma yet, Mikey. Go ahead.
Alright. Oh god, hold on.
And Mikey
Be
gets
high.
to whip himself.
No. Please.
Whip it out.
Is this
I'm
so
getting
fast?
sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another.
Garva. Oh god.
You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst.
You don't. What you don't mean? My head.
He looks pretty happy with this.
I do, Scruffy. You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye.
Minutes.
Wait, please wait, sir. Ma'am. If I don't get this month's pay, I'll start
Quiet. If it weren't for your traitors like you,
I would have won. Is that what you want to say?
who?
That voice. Edgeworth!
But he shows up with that face.
It's
He's
been a
not
long
edgy.
time, right?
It's only been 1 million cases.
This is Mr. Edgeworth.
Wow, he's high.
Bam, bam, bam.
What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong. You haven't changed a bit, Franziska.
You. How dare you show your face with me? How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You soiled the von Karma name, dragged it to the mud. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are.
Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way. Let's hear it, Franziska. How are things going? I hear you're having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country.
You.
Damn.
You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back.
Keep your assumptions to yourself.
Ooh.
Keep your ass to yourself.
Damn.
I haven't given in yet. I won't lose.
Immediately loses.
This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never! Mr. Phoenix, right? I will see you tomorrow in court. It'll be a clinical lesson, the meeting of total victory.
Still the same wild mare she always was.
I feel like I gave her a fucking more of a mad scientist voice than anything, but you know what? I think it works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it worked pretty well.
Yeah, that actually
Alright.
does work pretty well.
You, the prosecutor,
You.
Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died.
I don't know how you made that mistake, given that you're the one who abandoned me on that island, right?
Who abandoned who? I never wanted to see you again.
I thought you got attacked by a tiger.
I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year.
Oh, yeah.
My god.
Are you going to run tomorrow's trial?
You heard her right. That wild bear hasn't given in yet, it seems. So, no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy. Eh. I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow.
What is that supposed to mean?
I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is the definition of teamwork, with the power to find the truth.
The truth?
In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if I feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information.
Just what is going on inside of his head?
A lot of things may have happened, however, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of a von Karma.
1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record?
What are you talking about, right? I was stuck on an island.
I really didn't know what that place was. Frankly, Maya just kept taking me there, and I just know it's not. To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish, being stuck in an island.
Wow.
It'd be better for everyone if you just stayed there, Edgeworth.
Damn.
I see. Well, let me ask you something. Why the hell are you here? What's your reason?
Well, with Francesca, she almost always says...
I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me.
Weird box, but, you know, really she says that part. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in court to defend my client, to save their lives.
To save your client, you say?
Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals. Those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth.
So there's still a lot you've yet to learn.
A lot I've yet to learn? Me?
Me?
Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough.
Man, look at my badge.
Yeah, I can show the badge. I can show the badge. Yeah, let's show the badge. Hey, look, badge. I have no interest in talking about useless evidence. A little more thought
Useless
to what you
evidence.
show me, Phoenix Wright.
Still stuck up as ever.
It's not even evidence.
Hey, you know, hey, let's talk about this. Never mind, nothing to say. We're looking into leads. We can only look into a few key players with unlimited resources. It's the reason for us to waste our energy investigating this person.
This
Why
person.
don't you just tell it to me straight and say I don't have any info? Or can't you just be straight with me for once?
Hey, look at you. I don't give a
Looking
shit.
clean.
This woman is another key to solving this case.
Do you really think so?
She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. She was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Carita's manager. And then a few months later, Lust Impacts died.
But her death was ruled as suicide, right?
Yes. But there's still one riddle we've yet to solve.
A riddle?
Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it.
A suicide note that just vanished? Huh.
There's an interesting rumor about this man.
You mean the one about Miss Andrews getting close to him? Well, that's pretty common tabloid fare, isn't it?
I don't think things at face value when there's more to be found. While I was abroad, these
Why was I
deplorable
abroad?
types of actors became popular, I take it.
Well, refreshing like a spring breeze is his motto.
Refreshing? What's so refreshing about a spring breeze?
Sounds like the pollen is not treating him well this year.
Adrian Andrews. She holds a large secret within herself.
A secret?
You don't say.
You can't help but feel that this whole case revolves around her. Miss Impax's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that, there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. So the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it.
Suicide note? How do you know Miss Impact had even written such a note?
There was no solid evidence, however. We did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high.
But who would hide such a thing?
The police think it was Mr. Juan Correa himself.
The victim?
He was the one who found her body. Which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her suicide note.
Mr. Karaida hid his own manager's suicide note? But why?
As long as the note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway.
Part 1?
Part 1. Was her suicide note hidden?
Can't actually read any more about that, so there's two.
Dang.
Cool. Hey, so Edgeworth, about that Part 1 thing, I don't like to look at reports. I like suicide reports even less. First of all, the reports have multiple parts like that one. That has 2.
You don't say.
2 parts?
Can you give us the second one?
What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here is the second part.
No, you just handed that to me, sir, and then I handed you this, and now you're telling me about the second one.
See, I expected that you would walk off, go try to solve some psycho lock or whatever, get roadblocked, and come back and then show me the thing.
The second
No.
part of the report is about attempted suicide. The attempter's name, it's Adrian Andrews.
Miss Andrews? What did she do?
She tried to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try and kill herself, though.
You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what you want her to think. Adrian Andrews. She has a certain secret she's always trying to hide.
A secret? I really don't feel like I should be hearing about this kind of stuff.
It's fine, you won't remember until you're 40 or something.
Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside.
Miss Andrews? Dependent. Kind of an exact opposite of what that woman is.
Let's talk about it.
Why don't we talk about it?
What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? What stats does that raise?
Adrian Andrews' attempted suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impax.
And?
And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live.
Lost her will? Why would she? Alright.
Her pillar of strength, or mentor Celeste Impax, was gone forever. That's why.
Why would that?
Is this what they call following someone to the grave?
Why do you know what that is?
I told you you shouldn't be taking me to these places, asshole.
Why do you know what that is?
She got a point.
After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. Once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live.
And that's the nature of her dependency on others?
When Celeste Impax slowly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself.
Then that means her super confident attitude.
It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together.
Nice accent work there.
How terrible.
Why, thank you.
Attempted suicide for shock from Celeste Impact suicide.
Anyway, later, right?
Later.
Later, wrong.
Hey, dual powers.
Fucking
There.
shenanigans.
Hey,
Hey, Lada.
You look real angry and slightly turned on. Okay,
Are you still standing in the hallway? People need to walk there.
No, I am so in danger.
Oh, Miss Andrews is here. I was just talking to someone.
That's Francesca Von Karma.
Sweet.
Miss Von Karma.
What are you doing here?
Are you using your pointer finger?
Well,
What are
see,
you doing in his swamp?
You know, I'm his lawyer, so you know.
You've got some nerve following me around.
He's a lawyer! It's his job!
Following you.
No, that's the job of the detective.
That's you, Miss Von Karma. You're the one doing the following.
Yeah, get him, Pearl.
No, you.
You always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard.
Ugh.
Box.
That's the first time I've ever been in one of those boxes. Me? Far on that, there's Scruffy. Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting. Little girl. Little girl.
Beep, 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 beep.
What is that?
Isn't that the thing you blew him up with?
Electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective.
You know,
That just so happens to also function as a bomb. But I told him it was a bomb, so he panicked more. and with this, I know that fool's every move.
So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really sorry for Detective Gumshoes.
Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? All right.
What were those two talking about?
Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Maybe a little confused.
No, she's got psych locks on her, it's fine.
Hey, look, a rock.
Oh wow, rock, that's cool.
This rock stop. Right,
4 of them.
around my head. No, for murder. Why was Juan Corda murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Engard's life in danger by your actions?
Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Kurita.
You were not that close.
That's right, I've never been good at being intimate with other person.
I'm not good at being intimate with another person. Somehow I highly doubt that. Your mentor that you loved. Oh no,
Man, you
Actually
guys
bringing that up
really
too
love-
early.
your time when you were seeing him because gossip.
Man, you
Because
have so many
gossip.
locks.
You and Mr. Kurita had
You can't come out swinging like that. You gotta hug.
I'm a little on edge.
Is
An
that how that
intimate
works?
relationship, did you not?
A silly third-rate tabloid article.
Wow.
If you even had half your
Oh my
wits
God.
about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish.
Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story.
As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars.
Note to self, stay on her good side.
In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that.
I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone?
Me? Need to get close to Mr. Kurita? As if there was ever such a need.
Didn't you get close to Mr. Kurita for this person's sake?
Old mentor.
Like that!
Sudden impacts.
Celeste Impacts, your mentor.
How do you know about Celeste?
Well, I played it last year. Miss
How?
Impacts, you committed she committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why.
Celeste is an awesome game. Tough as nails, though.
Right before her death, she was Juan Correda's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Correda so you could find out more about her suicide.
You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for putrid third-rate tabloid. I thought that said a different word. I really did.
Miss Andrews. Oh my god.
As a slimy motherfucker. There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing.
Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved, because there's no note. No CD note.
The note was gone.
This Impact suicide note was never found, was it?
I heard she stole ice cream. Can you give it back?
It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it.
Miss Andrews looks like the kind of lady to steal some kid's ice cream. That's mean.
Like maybe the
Does
person
she?
discovered her body, Mr. Karida. She looks like Samus.
We have food at home.
Samus doesn't steal kids' ice cream.
One.
Yeah, that's not cool. Why would you do
Miss
that?
Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became intimate with Mr. Karida.
I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting rambling long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others.
That's the impression you'd like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are.
What?
I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impacts was someone very special to you, because you tried to kill yourself. Miss Andrews, you
Damn.
nearly went through with it too, didn't you?
Went through with what?
Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself.
Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember.
However, that's all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people whom you can depend on.
That's...
You were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had.
Stop. When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note.
You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Cried of hiding Miss Impact's note. You heard about it and thought to receive it from him by getting close. Am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes.
What do you mean?
What topic did we start this conversation on again?
It was why the victim was killed.
Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become one with a reason to want Mr. Karida dead.
Me?
Miss Impacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she'd killed herself. Even commit murder.
Murder? You've solved my riddles. It's true. I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I pushed against all that, though. I tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth.
Miss Andrews.
This one thing, it's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret. Mine and mine alone.
I'm sorry.
You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you?
Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth.
After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. And that someone was Juan Carita. Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me.
So you got close to Mr. Carida to recover her suicide note, correct?
Looks like the tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it?
Well, like they said, where there's smoke, there's fire.
There's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning.
Very deep.
But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so...
I understand.
Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret.
Miss Andrews.
If people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live.
Alright, I understand. You keep it a secret. Miss Andrews. I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably never says anything without careful thinking it through first.
Thank you for your discretion.
Mr. Nick, can I ask you something?
What is it?
Miss Andrews been playing with that card in her hands since a little while back.
That card. Yeah, I guess she has.
The card.
Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding?
Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag.
What is it? Looks like a seashell.
And that's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from.
I'm not remembering something clearly. Sounds like it would be a rare occasion.
Well, I must be off. I'll leave Mr. Engard to your capable hands.
Yeah, you can take away the air quotes.
To your capable hands.
Well, I think we've gathered about all we can.
What about Miss Maya? Is she alright? She okay, Mr. Nick?
Oh, Pearl, she looks so worn out by all this talk about suicide.
I can't even work up the nerve to insult you right now.
She hasn't slept at all, and she's been walking all over the place with me today. She isn't even insulting me as
What's
much.
wrong? What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right?
No. I'm okay, really. Yeah, I'm fine. That's all I really... Yeah.
Asshole.
You don't look fine to me. There was no
Asshole.
in that insult. Your powers, no powers.
I'm still here.
My old bag.
I'm still here.
I am glad that it did take him until the 5th game, but they eventually just let you go anywhere available on those move screens.
Fine.
Okay, so what now?
Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive.
You mean Miss Andrews a suicide note?
That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever.
Clever.
Beep, beep, beep.
Oh god, the bomb's going off.
It's receiver!
Oh, shit. Hello, Ryan Co. Law Offices.
Mr. Attorney are not answering the phone.
Maya. Where's Maya?
As I promised, I've not gone within a few feet of her this whole time.
You!
Which is why I suppose she's absolutely famished.
What?
I'm feeding her.
So I suggest you in a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Wouldn't you agree?
Wait, Maya, let me hear her.
Very well.
Ask my
Maya, is that you?
sis! Ask my sis!
Maya, damn it, you cut me off.
This is why I said ask my sis, didn't you?
Sis. Do I really not know what that means?
Come on, Phoenix, you're a hopeless one.
I guess I am. Sorry. Ah!
Hey.
Mia!
I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her.
What the fuck? Every time, just what the fuck?
How's Maya?
She's safe. For now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems.
Mia, this isn't okay.
Someone's life is on the line right now. I'm glad she's safe, but Mia, how do you know?
As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me.
Mia, homie, why'd you die?
I read the note, she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surrounding as I could.
I didn't know you could use spirit channel like that. Pretty smart of her.
The kidnapper.
The kidnapper. What's he like?
I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there.
And?
She didn't see the face of her attacker. Maya is locked up in the very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her.
I got no. Oh,
Screen ketchup. Screen
Oh
orange.
no.
A frozen fear, Mia. I can't even see the words.
It's okay, take your time.
Take your
okay.
time.
When you were with her.
Stay out for no time. Who cares? Location? Where?
Location 1.
Where else? I'm starving.
I could eat a burger.
There's some good old American apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now.
Yeah,
Now we got Maya main character.
Really quick. Maya, just move. It's like the move option.
There's all sorts of things piled up here. But it's too dark to see.
Finally, playable Maya.
What's this? Feels like there's a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry, not really thirsty.
I just gotta get wine drunk.
On an empty stomach? Hell no. Wowzers, it's locked. But this door's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard, or they just shoot it. And then they magically open the door. What if there's a card around here I could use? Huh? Someone dropped a card here. Well, it's not as good as a gun, but it'll do. It kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it.
From Nookie Bay.
It's a picture of a seashell, I think? What a strange card. Ah, that's it! This shell card! If I use this, maybe I can get the door to open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. Not as useful as a gun, but I'm such a genius. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting. Or worried.
To be continued! Yeah! Right now!
Right
Well,
now.
actually, in like 5 minutes, I gotta go bio.
Alright.
Back in a minute.
5-minute break.
5-minute snake.
I keep forgetting that I want to post in God House, but I keep forgetting as soon as I get home.
Unfortunate. Looks like we have the new edition of the Switch dog now.
The Switch dog.
Yeah, remember the Switch controller dog?
The doggo.
My mind is
The
not
dog ring
thinking
is
anything
good for the.
right now about that.
Are you a dog?
There's a thing in my mind. Is it like they connect the Switch controller things, but they put a dog face on it? Or...
Here.
Oh, dog. Oh, Joey Conrad Switch dog. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm back.
Jodzilla.
Jodzilla?
What?
Jawzilla.
Hey, Court.
March 22nd.
Court time.
It's somebody's birthday.
Adrian did it.
That's
Hey, this
what
fucker.
it looks like.
Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that.
Dude.
In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you.
A mountain of evidence?
I'm certain there's someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you.
Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't
Not
let
refreshing.
I don't ruin that.
I understand.
Well, it's almost time. It's Mia. Okay. I didn't
It's
know who was
almost
talking.
time.
Yeah.
Time for you to get a watch.
Like you could get
Must-
some wrappings while you're in
No.
control.
Does anyone even notice her?
You're the only
growth?
one You're the only one making this weird, Phoenix. We must get a complete acquittal today.
I know. I can't focus on my situation right now. Or Pearl, either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day.
Oh my god.
Indeed. Well, let's get going.
Beep, beep, beep.
Again.
It's him. This is right.
Good morning. This is Mr.
Good morning.
Kenny. The day of the trial.
Maya, she's unharmed, right?
Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed to be, actually say, tired. Oh, don't worry. People don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial.
Grr.
For my sake as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning.
Present? What in the world would you want to give me?
You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it with this contest, if you please.
Wait.
No.
No.
You can never send me a present?
Mr. Lawyer Dude? Who was that?
No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything.
Dude, did your nose just get longer?
Court is now in session for the trial of Matt and Guard. Where's the other guys? Are the prosecution and defense ready?
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't see anyone over there. That's a bit of an issue.
So I win by default. She's late.
No.
She's late. I win by default.
Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma?
I don't know, Your Honor. You came mad at me.
It's your responsibility.
It's not.
Wait, the bailiff can talk? Well, shut up. Court is in session.
Bro, I've known you for years. Why haven't we had?
If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now, what was it?
Prosecutor Von Karmas! This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman!
What?
Oh,
Shot?
Somehow. I think this is the present that man was talking about.
His present?
Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, It would be to your advantage.
This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright?
I don't have that answer. Why are you asking me?
He's alive and in a stable condition.
It's good. Oh. Wait a minute. You're...
I thought he'd show up.
Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Franziska von Karma cannot appear today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready, naturally.
I'm going to get in the prosecutor seat. What are you standing there for?
Fine.
That's better.
Miss von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I've looked this case over and I'm familiar with the details.
I miss the way you hold that stupid paper.
The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Madame Guard.
Good. The court acknowledges the prosecution.
Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for in my long journey this past year.
Oh, he's pissed.
By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand.
Damn it, why is he sexy when he's mad?
Why am I always first?
Well, you're first because you're the first. Yeah, that's just how it is.
Alright. I guess.
What is your name and occupation?
My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct. For now. For now? Yep, counting my days until my head blows up. It's only a matter of time now. Oh wait, she got shot. I should be fine.
I'm great action.
Lots of weight off my shoulders. Too bad I'm getting fired.
Detective Gumshoe.
The prosecution has no need for depressed, ecstatic, whatever you're doing right now, witness.
It's mostly depressed, don't worry.
Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Oh, yes, sir. Alright.
Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that.
Get ready, Phoenix. This is gonna be one very rough fight.
Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting.
Struggling.
Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth.
Bare facts.
I'm a bear.
This murder happened after the Hero of Hero Awards was at ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. There were a lot of bears there, though. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room. Yes, sir. Both the victim and defendant were alone in their room, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your thingy that you do.
My thingy.
Is dingling?
My dingling.
My ding-a-ling.
It did.
Yeah, though I think I know what we have to say. Talk about it at least. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony?
Okay, pal. Ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m., and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later.
And that's when the victim's body was found, correct?
Just to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period.
Please continue with your testimony, detective.
So you wanna go to something, make or just press everything?
Let's press. It's been a little second since we got the details anyway.
Get them hungry, what's time?
Fair.
The person
Bare
who discovered the
facts.
victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct?
Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant, Madden Guard's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir. Ah, so she is a pretty lady. Hmm. I wonder. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, we went to get Mr. Guard. After visiting this room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see. And that's when she found the victim's body.
The cause of death. Was that because Mr. Karida was stabbed in the chest? Don't think he didn't do it himself?
Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at this crime photo. Now, real pros' attention will be drawn here, to this bandana. Banana. This bandana, sir. Are you still thinking about the pretty ladies? The thing wrapped around tightly around his neck, sir. It's none of your business. I see. His banana-scented bandana.
What about the knife?
It seemed to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. Autopsy report.
No. Alright.
That thing for fucking Edgeworth to go and update his magic update powers to make us wrong.
You know it.
Oh, that. And why did you think that?
Because it was empty, pal. Look at this fucker. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar.
Maybe that rabbit did. Yeah.
The rabbit was a paid actor. We couldn't find it anywhere in the scene of the crime. Whoa, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How about that? Yeah, we thought of that too, but... The only fingerprints on the guitar case were for the victims. There's also some rabbit tracks on it.
Only the victims, huh?
I see. Well, so much for my theory then. I guess I'll just stay back here and judge things.
Guitar.
The guitar case.
Water on the top. That's right, it was wet.
Only on the lid, though.
All that. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case?
The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Well then, where was it? The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Carita, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. Does it mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar.
So the guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel.
Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all.
I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt on guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him.
Here it comes. Edgeworth back in full swing.
Very well, Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Alright, fine. Why should you arrest Engard? Matt Engard and Juan Carita were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off of the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Engard's hakama. Defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife, which is gold for some reason. The defendant bought the knife from the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir.
Knife.
A knife.
Blood and on guard's fingerprints. In the grip,
Gatewater.
Gatewater is engraved.
And there's this button. And there's this Diego.
And there's this me.
That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it?
There's man name.
And this button also covered in blood? Yes, and we know the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir.
Is it the?
What?
We're getting a lot of evidence here.
Ripped from his costume, covered in blood,
Right,
found in
okay,
a
This
dark
is
comma.
the final trial of the game, so I imagine we're in for a ride.
Yeah. My PC battery was running low.
Oh no, Judge!
All the points very clearly on the defendant, doesn't it?
I'm going to disconnect soon. There's
Yes, it most
fucking
certainly does, Your Honor.
bow.
Ready to get in yet, right?
Ready to stick it in? What?
I'll find the hole in your argument.
What?
You can press as hard as you'd like. Just may have the usual point.
We're flirting. Oh god. Are we flirting? Oh god. Stay
Are
focused.
we flirting? Oh my god.
Alright, anything stand out or start pressing?
Now let's press.
Okay.
Press this man.
Press the S.
Well, in terms of popularity, Mr. Mcard won, did he not?
Whoops.
Pause menu.
Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Carrito was always one step behind Mr. Ngard and everything. This year it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown.
But Mr. Kreider lost to Grand Prix in the end.
That is too bad. He must have had pretty downhearted after losing. Tap your fingers.
The guy was on his way. What if nothing matters?
Dude was in his way.
Wait just 1 second here. Mr. Ngard was beating Mr. Kreider in the popularity polls.
Yes, Dingle.
Real quick side note, I was like fixing my mic because it wasn't muting when
Oh,
I
hey,
put the
Diego.
mute button on it, and it was because Discord auto connected my PS5 controller as the mic.
Again?
Okay.
Again?
I need PS5 controller.
I hate how Discord thinks PlayStation controllers are real mics. They're not! Stop
Yeah.
it!
Yeah,
So,
they are not.
That's funny. Well, yeah, I guess, but
Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means that he had no motive to kill at all. Rubble, 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 rubble.
yes, I quite agree. Well, detective? It's not... Well... I guess you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. Ah, jeez.
Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired.
Hey, I'm not fired yet! Not you too, Edgeworth. Man, that's... like I count on you.
I look forward to your pension negotiations.
Whoa.
No! No, detective. Let's continue with the testimony.
Don't disintegrate yet.
No! I want more pension, too.
Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed.
Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir.
What about what I was say? Hello? Anyone? I made a very valid point.
That Jammin' Ninja's thingy.
Do you have any proof that Bun belonged to the victim?
What do you mean, pal?
Let me put it this way. I'm
I
asking.
mean, you sure sweat a lot.
Do you have any evidence to back up your claim that this Bun was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja's costume?
Huh? What? Can't you tell by just by looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it. You know what? It's his blood. I'm the detective.
Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward.
Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir.
All right, I
Make this
knew
hard.
it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in.
Red,
Uh-huh.
the button was attached to the costume by a thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match.
Yeah, that's it. What he said. The perfect match, pal. Stop asking me weird questions.
That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat.
except with old bag. Maybe we should call her to stand.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on.
How clever.
When was this bun found?
Man, why are you so focused on the button, dude?
Bro,
Pretty soon after the button was found, we rounded up everyone who knew about Mr. Corita.
locked in on the bun.
And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder.
The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people.
What's he trying to say about me here?
Call me a lollygagger.
And his fingerprints were all over them.
All that. How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife?
What do you mean, pal? Does that really matter?
By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand?
Oh, that's what you meant. Well, we didn't actually think of that.
I can't believe the bumbling of this department.
Bumbling of this department.
Oh, Bliss. Were you paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There is no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment.
So was the defendant the owner of this knife, then?
The defendant bought the knife for the crime.
Which is
Premeditated.
false, but...
Yeah.
There's no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he brought the knife.
Sorry, pal. This isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either.
Well, this is not good. If the prosecution can prove it was premeditated murder, we're done for.
Phoenix,
Yes?
there's something very interesting about what that detective said just now. Think carefully, before it's too late.
A button covered in the victim's blood, and a knife with a guard's fingerprints.
Grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel in closing.
We're still in a world of trouble.
Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find the weakness in his testimony, no matter how small it may be. Okay, Phoenix?
So you said there's something wrong with the last statement?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
knife has the word Gatewater on it, meaning it's the Gatewater Hotel's knife.
I wouldn't be able to buy it.
Correction!
I've seen people get stuck on this because it feels like a nitpick to a lot of people, so they don't think.
That's valid.
Wait
Yeah.
a
What was the answer to
second.
this one?
Present the
You have to
knife.
present the knife that was hotel property. It was like a knife used to eat dinner, not something that you would go and
It
buy.
wasn't bought.
Oh.
Wait a second.
What? Where's it now?
So the
Back to the button?
No. The basis of your argument is that it was premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand.
That's right, pal. The defendant.
Did not buy this knife.
Huh?
Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Huh? Again? It has a Gatewater seal and it's set into the handle. Gatewater. I think I've heard a name somewhere like that before.
That's the name of the hotel, the Gatewater Hotel.
Oh. Damn.
The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated.
Yes, that is very true. This is very big. Finally, something happens. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you snickering?
I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless.
What?
I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined.
How so?
I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this.
But I didn't know. Oh my god.
The question is,
Okay, I had a bomb in my head. It's really stressful.
where did this knife come from?
Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Parita's room.
Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate her last meal before he was murdered. That being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table.
There is a knife and a fork on the table. I can see into this room,
Oh,
magically. Then, where in the world did this knife come from?
If it pleases the court, I would like first to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Mad on Guard. Especially what was on top of his table.
I'm glad you took pictures of these places.
There's something that, I mean, yes, it's basic crime scene analysis. Take pictures of the place. There's something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt on Guard's knife was missing. Mr. On Guard had gone to the victim's room with a knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder.
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction.
Seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning.
This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it.
A murder weapon with fingerprints, and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here.
I can safely say that any further deliberations waste your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court.
Evidence not yet shown?
It means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence.
What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright?
Well...
Phoenix? The judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here,
that gavel of his will be ringing out the sound of our defeat.
and it'll be inside your ass.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court?
Okay, last time I said yes, it was actually wrong.
Okay, so let's go over our evidence right now.
Ah, jeez.
You know, in the badge and the raw. We have a photo of the nickel
Important and
samurai.
necessary. That's not gonna...
I apologize, Nick the Woz.
Oh!
I don't think it's going to tell us anything right now.
Wait.
Okay, going back, hang on.
Okay, I don't think it's gonna... I don't think that will matter. Part of me thinks like he's left-handed, and the way the knife would be put, but they didn't really say what type of fingerprints, if you can even tell left or right.
The press conference ticket. Seems like Nick the Woz is to confess something after the post-ceremony stage show.
Okay.
The transceiver we got from the killer.
Someone's blackmailing me, get him instead.
A lot of stolen camera.
From the night of the murder.
Nothing article in it.
Okay.
The Gossip Land article.
This might be what we have
Super
to
ultra
use.
hot, mega secret, love scandal, reliable sources.
If we had to divert attention from our guy.
Yeah.
The guitar case. Empty.
There's
There's
water.
only on top of the lid.
Here's Karita's fingerprints.
The wine glass.
Filled with tomato juice. No sign it's been drank.
The photo of the crime scene.
The knife there, the juice isn't put down, it was strangled. Tomato juice, broken thing with the guitar case open. Some water on it.
The suicide reports. One's autopsy, the knife, and the button. Although we already decided it has to be new evidence, so we know it's not those three.
Yeah.
I guess would be the tabloid, but I'm not sure. I assume it'd have to be the tabloid before presenting the person?
So you want to say?
Well, that'd be evidence. So I think we should support the tabloid first. That would be a new motive for things.
There's one piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court is yet to see.
Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I'm giving you one chance, and only one.
What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here.
I messed this up. It's courage for all of us.
We now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show us to the court? Look, my badge.
My bad. My bad.
My bad. I think it has to be the tabloid, because everything else that seems pertinent.
That's the only thing that really raises a point.
The case having water on it. I
Okay.
don't know if that means
I definitely understand where you guys are coming from. To save us having to rerun the trial up to the
Right. This is
Oh, you
all
hear?
or nothing.
It's not the tabloid.
Thank you.
What they want here is, if I remember correctly, is one of two things: either the guitar case or the wine glass. And I'm pretty sure it's the wine glass.
Okay. I was thinking those were going to come up, but not.
The reason for that is that everything else on the table was not completely off. This is left
Yeah.
standing here, and that seems strange.
The glass is fine. The guitar is on the
I
underside
believe
is
that's
wet.
the reason.
too.
It's either that or it's the guitar case because yeah, the lid's wet, but it's open in the picture. I'm not sure. I think it's.
I
the
think
wine
it's.
glass, if I'm remembering
I would.
correctly.
Jeez.
It was the wine glass.
That's-
It was the wine glass. Okay.
This is a wine glass, is it not? All right, good. I would have went with the guitar case.
I do understand where you guys were coming from with the gossip.
Guitar.
I had a feeling
I
these
just
were going to
wanted-
come up, and not now.
Yeah, I didn't feel like we needed to run back the trial up to this
Yeah.
instant game over condition though. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please look at this photograph for the crime scene one more time.
Please.
The scene is a mess because the victim struggled against his assailant. The face was broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser.
Well, yes, I see your point.
However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched.
or now I think about it, it could be the guitar case either because Gumshoe did present the guitar case as evidence.
Oh, that's
We
right.
updated
Yeah,
it.
you brought it up.
Oh yes.
The only thing that had not fallen over with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. What do we have to say?
Well, yes, it is a little peculiar.
Yeah, is it? I thought it was. Definitely was my first choice.
But stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it, Your Honor?
your opinion.
You don't need my opinion. Because there's no special meaning to that glass.
What?
It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking.
That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright.
Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking?
She's very concise about everything. I don't know.
And we can't see the photos now, right?
We can look at the photos.
Do we have
Back up.
a way of... We only have his crest, because there's the juice right there, and that isn't knocked over at all, so that, I feel, is also suspicious.
Was that ever opened?
I don't know. I don't remember that part. But I don't remember what his room was, and if Miss Andrews
This is the
had...
bear room.
No, I know his room was the bear room, but I can't remember.
Oh, gotcha.
Miss
There
Andrews'
was
room had-
not tomato juice. There was not tomato juice on the table.
Then yes, it's weird because there was no. She wouldn't have a glass of tomato juice in their room.
Yeah.
If I appear weak here, the trial's over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty.
You just might fall for it, if you're thought-provoking enough.
The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table.
You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof that back up your claim?
There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing.
Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it.
What?
That's crazy.
You're not thinking hard enough today, right? Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice?
Then.
Of course it has been thoroughly inspected. For fingerprints. I don't think so.
Prince?
No, I don't think so.
There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass.
Only one? Well, whose were they?
They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were one Adrian Andrews.
What?
What the hell? Fill tomato juice, bears Andrew's fingerprints.
Keep-
Bears! Oh, bear!
That is why I said that the person who discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright?
Oh, grr. Can't believe I fell into
Grr.
a trap.
Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Corina.
Oh my goodness.
But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned into the glass jar on the dresser.
What you just said makes a lot of sense.
Now do you see, Mr. Wright? We can't change any part of my scenarios. It explains everything all too well.
Grr.
I thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I've come to discover.
Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. You're going too fast. I think the prosecution has proved to provide enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
No.
Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet.
What do you mean? I'm the judge.
The prosecution has yet another witness we'd like the court to hear from.
Another witness.
Look, right now you're just gonna throw him in jail for like a year or something. I gotta get you to, like, kill this guy.
Well, I'm not
Yes.
gonna do it.
Judge, bailiff, kill this man.
Bailiff, please bring in the next witness.
What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking?
Second
What the hell?
guy, second.
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation, please.
Gotcha!
You fool. What happened? I wonder what happened to that calm composure you had earlier.
Oh, Edgy boy, it's been what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me.
I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet, it was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand?
I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even things that don't have to do with a terrible crime.
That terrible crime is all the court needs to know, please.
Shut up!
Oh,
Shush! I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgy right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps!
yes, madame.
No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please!
I'll catch you to show me again.
Anyway, witness, your testimony, please.
It's true what they say, that youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all edgy. Now then, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag?
It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over that in guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in the real man, Juan Corrida.
Those two are the same age.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Very well, please tell the court when you witnessed the night of the murder.
Leave it to me, Edgy. Boo.
God.
Now I'm the one with the gun in the courtroom. Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye on the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out to War Juan's room. It was Engard, Mad Engard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
So Mr. Engard came from out this victim's room.
See, it has to be him. He's the murderer.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your thingy. Again.
I
guess.
thingy. Press the old woman.
Okay, we'll press the old one.
Wendy, old bitch.
Miss Oldbag, what was your post on that night?
The lobby. I was supposed to help set up the stage for that trifling show. But I refused to help, I'll have you know. It was for that lead-headed samurai show.
Yeah, Scott showed his name.
Heh.
Maybe it's a good thing the show didn't go on.
Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working harder without me. So I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little.
And that's when you went to hang around the victim's door.
Here's something interesting.
Something you were interested in? And just what was that?
It's not some little thing I can go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan. Ah, and Edgy Boo, of course.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in?
I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor.
Gossip.
But should it prove relevant, we can always have it appended to our testimony later.
Looks like we shouldn't force it right now.
And did the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time?
Oh, then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Karida's room?
I have no idea. I wasn't born so I could count things for those who didn't pay attention in class.
Hello, Zach.
Hello, born gamers.
Welcome.
You are on recording.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't realize this was going on. My apologies. You'll be good.
That's okay, man.
Gotcha.
That's correct. We need to make a recording voice from
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
That's why ever since I turned 20, I quit keeping track of how old I really am.
Yes, well, that would explain why your age was not included in the report.
In any case,
No one
the
knows how
witness
old she
then
is.
saw someone, correct? Not even herself.
That's when someone came.
Who in the world was that?
I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information has been carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The was...
Yes, can you please take the helmet off?
I'm too scared. I can't say his name out loud.
I wouldn't give to have Francesca's bleep right now.
Well, I guess I could tell you. Since he was such a bad boy anyway. Grr, I'm angry.
You saw my client? Are you sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Really?
Annoying brat, when I say I saw someone, I saw that person. Don't make me shoot you.
How do I get the sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further.
They were carrying?
Probably, because that's the only thing we know is that they might be carrying an item. What was the man you saw carrying?
In which hand? His right or his left? Ah, now this is a real mess. I mean, I can't be expected to answer such a vague question.
Indeed, please be more specific with your questions, Mr. Wright.
Sorry? What was the man you saw carrying in his right hand?
Ah, he wasn't carrying anything in that hand.
And what about his left?
Emperor.
Well, this whole thing has been a lot enough.
This was him leaving the room.
So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? Oh, feel good about yourself.
It was
We can
big-
come back around if you don't think it was important right now, but change your mind later.
It was not important right now.
My name is not important.
This really wasn't that important after all.
Oh, Mr. Wright, do you know why we say time is valuable? If not, I suggest you learn.
You wasted 3 minutes of this woman's youth. That's more valuable than gold to me.
Why do I suddenly feel old in the presence of her childish whining?
I may not remember things or be mistaken here and there, but I don't think she's lying.
That's bad for us. Really bad.
But that's how the human mind is, and also has the tendency to jump off topic. She strayed onto a few interesting side topics this time too, hasn't she? But that's what makes her a sweet old lady, right?
That's because you're not the one who has to question her.
Alright. Want to pick one of the other options for the last one? Or
I guess so.
Yeah.
Might as well exhaust that.
My client! My client! My client!
You're annoying!
You're annoying! The clothes.
She's definitely gonna ask us to be specific about this too.
Tell me the core about the man's clothes in more detail.
Troublesome man you are. Really? As if something like that matters.
But it does.
Now what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing.
What thing?
That gaudy thing he's always wearing. That racing jacket.
He was wearing that at the detention center too.
That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Men!
Right.
So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant to in any way?
No. It really wasn't that important.
Mr. Wright, this is why we tell you these things.
Yeah,
See, this is why we don't feed the lawyers after midnight.
tell me about
Tell
the
me
face.
the face. What's in the face?
There's nothing in the face!
Please tell the court about the man's face in more detail.
No. You don't need me to tell you about his face. That soft, gentle look in his eyes and his effeminate lips. His right eye covered by his silky hair, sparkling, shiny teeth.
His teeth were shining?
Well, he's shining all around in this week's pinup poster, dearie.
That week's pinup? Why do you... I mean... I don't care how he looks in this week's issue. Please stay with me what you saw that night.
What? Hincard's face is the same no matter where it is. You know, you whippersnapper.
So, Mr. Wright, what the heck? Was this important?
So is that just about this testimony in general or about the specific option you pick?
This specific option.
I think it'd probably be what he's holding, right? Like, that would be the important one of that.
Isn't holding anything after leaving the court.
What do you think
or
he
leaving the
would be
room.
holding when leaving the room then? Because that would be what you need to present then.
Where did they say they found the button?
Oh,
The button was in the pants of his hakama, which is part of the Nick the Woz uniform.
Okay.
if he was wearing his hakama at the point, that means the race jacket would be wrong, right?
Ah.
So do we want to go to the costume then?
Let's try a costume.
Not very important.
So poor.
I need-
That's
It's not
face.
important.
That's face. Congratulations.
His face.
Your face.
Hold it. Tell me about the clothes. Do it again.
Fold it.
Hello, you're on recording.
Oh, thank you. Heads up. Hello.
Yo.
Are you streaming or recording?
Recording.
Okay.
So don't say your mother's maiden name.
You guys got a good editor, right? I'm sorry. I'm just...
That's good.
Very important.
It was very important.
Of course it was important, Your Honor.
Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important.
Didn't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony.
I don't quite see where we're going with this, but alright, witness, please.
Ah, well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must. Wearing a fascinating racing jacket. Honestly, it's all just for show.
And I present the bun because it was found in his huck.
Caca.
Collection! Miss Old Bag.
Election. What? Don't say my name for no reason.
Do you know what this is?
Egg? It's button number 2 on the Jammin' Ninja's costume. Jimmy Neutron's new costume.
Okay, now I know she's obsessed fan. She didn't point at a single glance. I thought I was obsessed with this bun.
Give it here. Give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this.
Really gotta stop normalizing giving women weapons in this courtroom. She really is a diamond fan to want a bun covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. Engard's body during a full body search.
See? See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was the rascal Engard.
It was caught up in the pleas of his Nick the Woz Hakama pants.
See? See? And Engard is the Nick the Woz.
Witness. Now, it may just be me. I do have an active imagination. But just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Matt Engard, was wearing his usual racing jacket?
I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore the trendiest dress, then maybe you'd understand. You just put them wearing a ridiculous outfit. Don't you agree? This Alice is hideous, right? You got a tape recorder stuck in my chest. Let me tell you. Dream alive for the kids out there. I work hard on my smile on my face. Don't you understand? Now take a look at the mirror. Your clothes are all just to get a documentary on curling. You should take a tip from your pro EduPY. He's got style. Die.
Good lord. What just happened? Okay, so what you saw in actuality was not Mr. Engard, the man, but Mr. Engard, the Nick the Woz.
But when you think about it,
So yes, this is twice Old Bag has come in here and said they saw a person. It's just a person in a costume.
Yep.
Yeah. They're really one and the same anyway.
Miss Old Bag. This is a very important point we're talking about.
Edgy Poo, don't you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth considering.
Just say it's important. Great beat for a change.
Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
Alright, if you insist.
I should be the one sighing, not you.
I find it hilarious, like, how crazy the fucking courtrooms of this whole entire series is.
Yeah. Kangaroo courts, baby.
Kangaroo court. And guard, yes, now I remember.
Well, I need to go. I'm gonna go watch Sonic again, so I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Go have a
Have a
good
good
Sonic.
Sonic.
Have a good
I can go see
Sonic.
it. Wait for everyone to go see it.
Hell yeah.
Have a good Sonic and right.
And right.
Yeah.
Bye guys, I'll see you.
Peace.
Take care.
Nick the Woz, that's right. It was Nick the Woz that I saw. A totally real person, Nick the Woz. Yes, it would have been very convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to the post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn the Nick the Woz costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
I knew it.
I knew it.
I knew you'd say he was inside that costume.
What? Did you think there could have been somebody else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy thinking rude things.
But the possibility does exist.
Ah, young'uns today, I told you there's no way it was anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so, and what I say is the truth.
It's not. She's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago.
You should come calling me next year, I'll be even more delightful.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness again.
Next time I'll have a Gatling gun.
Eh?
Instead of his Gatling pistol.
And guard. Now I remember. Now I remember.
Would you please get on with your testimony?
I just said it. I'm repeating it again. Watch your language, young man. What sort of tone is that to take with an elder? My youthfulness isn't what used to be, so you should forgive me for everything. If you keep on barking at me like that, I'll start singing at the top of my lungs.
What? She's actually singing. Someone help my poor ears.
Mr. Edgeworth, can you please do something about this racket? Please.
Witness, I'll give you a piece of gum later. It'll be a good stickness of the facts.
Okay! You promise, right?
Right. I'll be sending the bill for the chewing gum to your office at a later date.
I need to send you a thank you note later to Edgeworth, old chum.
It was the Nickel Samurai.
Be a little more careful with your testimony, please.
Why are you lecturing me?
Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not?
Not too long ago. Now let me ask you this: when you were little itty bitty, what was your grand tree?
Huh?
Way back when you were just a little bitty boy living in a box under the stairs in the corner of the basement. What did you want what did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper?
A dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be a judge, Wagner, hero of the public court. So what?
Judge Wagner? And look at where you are now. You're not Judge Wagner, are you? You're getting shot.
Well...
God, she's a fucking child. What I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that? The now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past.
Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies? Was it when whips got introduced?
All that matters is that man was inside the costume. Isn't that enough?
Hooray, we got an achievement.
Yippee.
What was that one for?
We got the Judge Wagner achievement.
Okay.
New lore.
Cool.
What would that be?
That way no one could see his face, of course.
But there's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more.
Oh, such a long time.
Is that what you're always doing to me?
No. I got it. Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume.
I want to see old Bag and Monokuma have a conversation.
Oh, God. Just endless contradictions.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show?
Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in the friendly gesture thing.
And that includes the Jammin' Ninja, Jimmy Neutron, Jimmy Ninja.
Of course it included him. That's why when Guard came out to your Zawan's room, I didn't give it a second thought.
I see.
Well, anyway.
Okay.
Wasn't worth the thing when he stabbed him.
Let me ask you one last time. The person you saw, it really was Nick the Woz.
As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning?
Well, no, actually. Can I throw in the towel yet? Minus 5, right?
You don't need to think too hard on this one.
Huh?
There's a contradiction in her testimony, and it's sitting in plain sight. The question is what that contradiction means for us.
Well, I have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay. I don't know what evidence we need to present, but if he was in his costume, he shouldn't have fingerprints, right? So that would contradict that point of his.
Oh, that'd be the photo, right? Of the costume, samurai costume.
I think it would actually be the knife, because you want to say, why are there fingerprints here?
Oh, okay.
If he was in costume, and the costume had...
Okay, yeah.
I think it's the knife. Yeah, it was the knife. Okay.
Connection. Please take a look at this.
Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. Wanna fight about it? I have a gun. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work.
No, that's not my intention at all.
That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct?
Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case?
You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it.
Is that what you're driving at?
That's exactly what I'm driving at.
What are we driving at? And whose car are we driving?
It's Mr.
Who is driving?
Guard.
Oh no,
was
Bear is
really-
driving. How can that be?
We have to run over the truth hookers now.
Who's
No!
Oh, no.
the truth hookers? Did we ever call them that?
I don't remember.
No. No. That is too funny a name, we would remember that.
Oh, God. This way threw me off.
If he really was in the Nick the Woz costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on this knife right off.
Oh, that's right. Nick the Woz wears gloves, doesn't he?
He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing.
Detection. Why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way you would do something like that.
However, there's one possibility.
That's your possibility.
It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as Nick the Woz. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk to the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off.
But the murder still did take place.
It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim.
Yes, I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory?
So let me get this straight. Edgeworth theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory?
Well, just think about it one more time, too.
I believe it just has things recap the part that he specifically thinks about.
Okay.
I mean, yes, because you would have had to bring his knife, right? Like, why would he go meet someone with a knife? This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony.
You're right.
What are you babbling about?
Now, for an argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Engard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent.
Now we can do this the easy way,
A
or
knife.
we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Take this
The
knife.
choice is yours.
Hello, Jacob.
You are.
Welcome.
Don't say your mother's maiden name.
Dude, you think I give a fuck about her?
This knife
I knew that was going to be the response.
was used by Mr. Engard at dinner.
Yes, we did establish that.
Which means that if my client was in fact the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Karida.
I suppose.
However, you just said it yourself. At the time, the defendant held no intent for murder.
I don't sound like that.
If that's true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't. Would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from the
Supposition.
supposition. What?
A possession.
And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't have been all over it like bees on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us.
Order! Dang! Things are starting to get interesting in here. Order in the court, shut up! Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing?
To frame.
To frame. To frame my client, Mr. Engard, of course.
To frame.
Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one?
Deflection! But we just established the witness saw Nick the Woz in costume. And if that was true, there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife.
Looks like I made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Jipu?
Witness, did you or did you not really see Nick the Woz?
Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but
You're saying you mixed up Mr. Engard with Nick the Woz, his character on TV?
I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around the front of the doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for Nick the Woz, that's for sure.
Hmm? She wasn't waiting for Nick the Woz. Alright then. Who were you waiting around for then?
That's top secret to anyone outside of security.
I have a feeling that you were that you were waiting for Miss Juan Corrida. Am I correct, witness?
Ha! 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 The way you think, you are a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness.
Amateur. Me? What am I an amateur of? I'm the judge.
So old bag was waiting around the front of the victim's room. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Corrida.
Maybe. Phoenix, maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person.
If that's who I'm thinking he is hinting at, it's certainly possible. Miss Old Bag, you were waiting around for this person to come out of the victim's room, weren't you?
Who could it be?
The manager.
Adrian.
Who is this person?
This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. Engard's manager.
But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room?
It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor.
Oh, this is, oh, yeah, okay.
The judge seems to be really into the article. If it can be called such a thing.
Then this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's...
Adrian Andrews. Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well.
Thanks, Kenny.
Witness, please. What in the world are you talking about? I can't hear you.
Watch out, Phoenix. I think I have a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling. I got some information. Some very secret information from a certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation. In secret, of course.
But what for?
Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons, all that.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how do you proceed from here?
I really don't want to do this, but I cannot simply let this point slide.
I see. Very well then, witness, please testify about this secret information.
Get ready! This is gonna take the wind out of your youngins!
I'm sure we're all capable of handling this, really. It's not like we're 10 years old. We're playing laser tag.
Denengard is one evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? Nobody else but you and me can know yet, okay?
The defendant sent his manager. What a distasteful topic for this court.
What? Nobody's above gossip. And isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant?
Never heard that one before, but definitely experienced it from brain code.
Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person?
We've looked into this matter.
And found
Just
that the article proposes is in fact basically gossip.
But should this be true, then this proves the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim.
So that means I have to smash this rumor once and for all.
Don't fuck the rumor, Mr. Wright. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Now, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Be careful. The old bag seems rather excited right now. That's right, Engard is nothing but your average foul-blooded youth.
Well, as the old saying goes, you gotta burn old bags with fire. Time to
What?
fire up the afterburner and hit the highway to the dangers. What am I talking about?
This is way too cool of a line for him to say.
Especially for her.
Alright, anything stand out or press?
Press.
Alright.
I can't say something like this without proof. Hey, that's just slander.
But it's true, that woman was getting intimate with poor Juan. Look, it says so right here, doesn't it? Manager to the stars, Miss AA.
But the name of the magazine came from is Gossip Land.
What, are you saying that gossip is all just a pack of lies? What do you know? I suppose next you'll swear to me that this news is 100% truth. Honestly, son, you can't discriminate between the news and gossip.
Unfortunately.
Yes, discrimination is bad, Mr. Wright.
Discriminate? When did I do anything like that?
Anyway, Engard will never get me to say touche.
Touchy.
Touche.
Hey, scandal. What do you mean by that?
You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is.
Know what a sandal
Honestly,
is?
what are they teaching kids in middle school these days?
No, I wasn't asked what the word scandal means. Even I know that much. I was only part of one in middle school.
Well, that Engard thought he could own a monopoly on popularity. Sent his manager.
You don't have any proof that Mr. Engard did any such thing.
You must be suffering from shock. The shock of hearing the truth. And now, since you're so much in shock, you can't do anything right.
I'm alright. You're right, I can't do anything. Boy, do I wish I could do something about you.
Alright then, Sonny, show me what you got. Can you show me proof that Engard didn't bear any ill will towards Juan?
Does he
Do you
have
have anything for that?
Testament? Like, I know he doesn't think of it. Is the ticket?
You have anything physical to show proof of that, though?
No. No, I don't think so. So no decline. I don't have anything to offer.
Just as I thought. And you were lecturing me about saying things without proof.
That is a dangerous way to think, old woman.
That's the way the cookie crumbles for you, anyway.
We can talk normally now. You just choose not.
Only when I'm talking about cookies.
So what do you mean by I took action?
Like I already told you, I was lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was going to capture her and teach her a good lesson. Something youngins need.
You were going to teach her a good lesson?
I was going to make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Yeah, like this.
Oh god, please stop.
Well, it was too bad that woman didn't come through close enough. And it's secret.
Wait. Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know this secret information?
Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yeah, that's it.
Hmm.
It's It's a secret. Even if you drill a hole into my brain, you'll never find out.
How in the world did that old bag consider a secret piece of information?
As for their...
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mikey said do it, so I just did.
Yeah, I was probably gonna say, I was just like, if you don't be a good girl and tell me where you got that secret information, you won't get to go home tonight.
Huh? Edgy-poo, what are you doing? Help me.
Yeah, what do I have to do with this?
Just do this for me. You'll get your reward.
I don't want your reward, but you don't leave me much of a choice.
Interjection.
The witness could have gotten the information from anywhere. It's even possible that it was spontaneously made up inside the witness's head.
And he lectures me on reckless
Blabbering. As long as we don't know where the information came from, it's quite a waste of time to focus on this line of questioning.
Where did I get information from? Has to be something I can figure it out. I'm like another tip.
Okay, you guys think where she might have gotten the gossip from?
Probably Lana.
But you can't just ignore it either. It makes your client look bad either way.
Well, I don't think I heard anything really out of ordinary just now.
There has to be something we can catch her on.
Yeah, when I find her, I'm gonna press her in the head.
Press her in the head. Top secret. So we present something here.
Present evidence. So no one is supposed to know this secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know in this old bag?
Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that.
Witness. I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire your secret info, isn't it? Lada?
You want to present the lot of the person?
It is the gossip article the same thing? Oh wait, tabloid article about the victim was in the case.
Specifically, the author was writing up an additional follow-up on the and one.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So we just do this one then?
Yeah, this or Lada. The investigative photographer Lada Hart. It's me, I'm in a box.
Yes. I remember that mischievous girl.
She reported that she had lost a certain note that she had written to herself.
You reported such a thing?
On a piece of paper, she had written down some of her outro impressions
Outrageous.
about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews.
What? Outrageous ideas, you say?
No, I said impressions.
Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless?
Aha, that's it, that's the note.
No, you see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy!
Then you were the one who took Miss Hart's note.
I'm a huge fan of wands, that's why. That infamous buffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil Engard. She said so herself. Engard, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. She was only checking what she had written. Edgy-poo, you believe me, don't you? I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I'd never taken anything else before.
You really should come with a supply of cheese throughout your vintage wine!
Well, it's only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just this once.
She looks like she's really sorry. Should
Wow.
I forgive her? No. If I let up on her now, she'll get away.
Yeah.
I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to this prosecution.
Had to finish her.
You said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is that correct?
Stole? Why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from the terrible lonely trash can, that's all.
You're lying, damn it. I can prove it.
He said a bad word, Judge. He said a bad word. Fire him. Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again?
Miss Oldbag, I don't believe that note is the only thing you stole that night. The camera, right? That's what. No. Take that! I'm throwing a camera, at you, Miss Oldbag. That note with a camera inside this case, wasn't it?
Right, she's missing the camera. A camera?
Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweet $1,600 camera disappeared on me."
Why? Why she spend that much on a camera? Witness?
What is it, Gramps?
If you have that note, then it's only logical that you have the camera too.
Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for?
That's...
I still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people. Everyone steals, right?
I think your definition of borrow was a little off.
I saw that woman's business card, and that's what I noticed it said. Slimebag celebrity photographer extraordinaire. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of picture she had taken.
Bailiff. Check this camera's photos. Hurry. We must examine them at once.
After we examine the photos, this is a good point to stop. I think the game actually throws it to we continue there.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have?
There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case.
He's presented to the court.
What?
He's got drip. This is Nick the Woz.
See, I told you, that's the guy I saw.
This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. What does all this mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photo by itself does not prove the person it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Ongard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nick the Woz costume.
If that's the case, then this Nick the Woz is...
The defendant.
How did it come to this? Oh, I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree this photo is decisive evidence against your client?
If this photo really is decisive, then we're done, poor. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then it'll put my life in jeopardy. Can't make a mistake
Christ.
here. There's only one route out of this mess. This photo that Lotta took. There's something strange with it. There's something strange with this photo.
I knew this was coming, right?
So he updated the photo. Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster.
Debunk with a bunker buster. Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? You know there's no weapons allowed in this courtroom.
Anyway. The only weapon I have is my words, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah, don't
If
shoot
you really
those
believe
either.
you can... Yeah, don't shoot those. We had a kid running through here shooting people with his truth gun or whatever.
Yeah.
If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct?
I guess. You know, you
Gotta love these one-shot moments.
have to find
Yep.
something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where the heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot, especially when it counts?
Okay, because I'm pretty sure when they're making us point something out, we'll lose the ability to look at the court record. Let's take a look at the photo real quick. Anything stand out at first?
I mean, the angle is weird to me.
Angle is weird.
I need to
He
compare.
needs to just say, God, Lana, why are you so shit at taking photos?
I need to check the costume of
Sure, no
the
problem.
costume picture to compare it. Said something weird about it. Got his glove. He's got his pants. We can see some of his right arm.
I think the thing we're looking for is the person, whoever's in the costume, is too short to properly wear the costume because the pants go all the way down to the floor.
The pants are dragging.
Yeah. Well, then let's hear your objection.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
they'll be able to-
clearly dragging.
The
Well, this photo is
pants.
strange. Be sure to get it right.
I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here. Mount Fuji.
What are you pointing to? His ankles?
If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't.
And what does that mean?
The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. Engard!
What is the meaning of this? No!
I wonder if you would care to elaborate, with actual facts, that is.
Let's take a look at the Nick the Woz poster. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama.
Come on. His socks. Or tabby. You can see his socks.
Exactly. However, in this photo, Nick the Woz is clearly holding his hakama up just a walk. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Alright. I think I turned things around for myself this time.
That's curious.
Huh? What is?
Edgeworth is unusually calm today.
Oh my
That's
god.
true.
He looks he's like about to fucking burst with how he looks there.
He's just letting this trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride.
Along for the ride? What do you mean by that?
I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all.
He doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't done any damage in this case at all?
Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If this person in this photo is not met and guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. Why aren't you freaking out about this?
Later, y'all.
Alrighty, have a
Later,
great night,
Dan.
Dan.
Good night, Dean.
Yeah, we're almost done here too, so you're not gonna miss anything important. Later.
I'll be down for doing VA next time we play for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just
Hell,
really tired trying to chill tonight, so
No, it's all good, Dan.
for sure. Oh yeah. Later, y'all.
Peace out, my man.
Peace.
Bye.
I figured it would come to this.
What?
Right. I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proved that the president inside this costume is not God. In that case, who is this a photo of?
Me.
Who is the person wearing Nick the Woz costume?
Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think?
Yes. Why is he so calm?
Mr. Bright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person in this photograph?
Maya
Who is
Fey.
Alright, Pearl, we gotta give you up.
That's way too short.
The only person shorter that we know has talked about being shorter is Adrian.
Yeah. Seems to have it all together.
Adrian Andrews? What are you doing here?
If you want to know who that Nick the Woz is, it's none other than this woman.
This woman.
And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her?
For starters, she's short. And she could freely move in and out of Mr. Engard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Engard that night.
And how does that all add up?
It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Engard's fingerprints all over it.
The knife that was used as a murder weapon.
Why don't you just say what it is you want, right?
I have to do this now. It's my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indicate that Miss Adrian Andrews is the murderer of Juan Corrida. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime.
Order! Order! But God! Stop talking! It looks like this trial has hit an unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
this court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony.
Alright, this is it.
This is kind of bad for us.
Huh? What do you mean?
If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day.
One more day. If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya...
I'm gonna fucking die!
Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow.
What am I supposed to do? Just not to join the court. Raise objection.
Objection! Now then,
Objection!
are you objecting me banging the
Please,
gavel?
Your Honor, continue the trial. We must pass a verdict today.
Well, you are objecting that. I cannot do that. We cannot hear Miss Andrews' testimony if she is not...
Hold it.
Hold it! I abhor wasting such valuable time.
Edgeworth?
Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial.
But I have dinner waiting. We cannot continue due to this unexpected development.
Unexpected development? I think you underestimated me, Your Honor.
What do you mean by that?
That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan. Even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on.
What? What?
What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She is the next witness.
What the hell?
Everything was planned in advance by that man.
Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over.
Exactly.
Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess because I need to eat something.
And a
Please
recess
prepare your
time.
witness at this time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess.
Do we continue?
Yep.
Let's go. Yes, good time.
Yeah.
Actually worked out pretty well. I
Perfect.
was hoping to get through old bag today, so that worked out perfect.
Old bag. Old bitch.
So the maiden name was Old Bag. You guessed it right.
Dang.
And
Okay.